Hey guys, welcome back for another Full Joy Mom video. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a bunch of different ways that I've found success teaching my little kids to form new habits, get their chores done, do schoolwork, routines, all those fun things. So stay tuned.
You're watching Full Joy
Well, if you're new here, my name is Dawn Marie, and I am the proud, happy, blessed, thankful mom of 4 little kids. And we homeschool, and we just moved, and things are crazy. And my daughter's touching the camera. We'll just go down together. Liza, please put it back up. We're just going to talk about a load of different ways that we've found success doing chores and get your creative juices flowing. So the first one I wanted to show you are these little chore packs. You can use them for chores, or we actually use them for school. They're just named chore packs. My son made one for everybody. It's literally just paper folded in half, taped on the side. Leave the flap for the top and get some little Velcro dots. You could make it however you want. You could just use an envelope. All of these are you be as beautiful and creative and extravagant as you want to, or you just sloppy success beats perfect failure, and the system's probably not going to be the one you use for forever anyways. So whatever works for you is the point of the whole video. Okay, so inside are different cards that have all of his subjects on them. He can read, so I didn't have to use pictures, but you could use pictures if you have somebody that doesn't read. And then, bummer, what are you going to do about that?
I don't know.
Okay. So then on the back of each little index card that I cut in half, I have instructions written for what they're supposed to do. So, this one says, you may do as many pages as you want, but at least 2. So that's that. My son wakes up in the morning, well, we have so many different routines. Let's not go there. But when he's using this, he can pull it out all on his own. And as he finishes them, then I have just like a plain old sticker chart. I'm sure we've all used those. I found this one from myboardtoddler.com, and they had a bunch of different themes. I think there was like a dinosaur theme is his. This is my youngest daughter's. But so then for the chore packs for my 2 that are school aged, as they complete every chore or every subject in here each day, then they get a sticker, and once they get to 5 stickers, they get an ice cream cone. Sticker charts are great because you can make them whatever you want them to. I've literally had it be as plain as drawing the lines myself on construction paper and just putting their name on top, and then drawing an X or using whatever kind of stickers you have around the house. You can make the reward anything. You can make the reward at the end of the day, however many check marks they have. That's how many Smarties candies they get, or that's how many gummies, or for a while mints were a treat for my kids. Or you could make it be, for my son it was when he did his chores for 5 days in a row, at the end of the 5th day he got that ice cream cone. This is the 3-year-old's, and hers is using your words. That's something that she's working on. So if she goes an entire day and she uses her words, then she cuts out the little animals that go in and glues them on. Sticker charts really, truly are great. Even as adults, I use them in my adult life. There's something about getting to place that check mark. Oh, you're good. So a couple of the check mark ones that I've done, I just made this one the other day, and my son loves checking things off. So I was just sort of trying to map out, what things that I want to be working on in our AM and PM routines and kind of get back on focus. We're working on getting out of survival mode, like I talked about in the last video. And he found it laying around, and he started checking it off on his own. So you can make copies of these, do a new one every day. It's not that much paper because you're going to be not probably doing it for that long. It's just helping you get back on track till you move on to the next system. Or you can laminate it, and then you use the dry erase marker, and you can erase it every day. So I also made the same thing for myself. Even if you don't have a laminator, you could literally get masking tape. I've actually done this before, not masking tape, sorry. Packing tape, clear packing tape. Okay, so let me really quickly show you. Up here is a schedule that we were using while the weather was amazing here in Pennsylvania. We had a few weeks where your focus is constantly shifting as a mom of little children. Their naps are changing, the seasons are changing. what you need to focus on in discipline is changing so much. What they're learning is changing. And so, you know, I feel silly even showing you all these different systems that we've used. But at the same time, well, we're surviving with them. We're seeing success with them. We're enjoying life with them, making progress even on days it doesn't feel like it, by constantly, you know, going, what are we focusing on? So when I used this, the main focus of this was I needed to get a little bit of school done, and we needed to be outside as much as possible because the weather was absolutely beautiful. And so, you know, I had everything written in here because we had been crazy all summer. We had moved, and I really needed to be pretty strict with reminding myself what in the world even needs to occur every day. So that was why I did it by the time. And I have so many notes up here because I just, you know, I don't know. It was all so new. The routine we were doing was so new. So sometimes I have laid it out for myself where I can see it. I like having a planner, but I also like having something as important as what we're accomplishing every day out for everybody to see. So now let me show you my more fun, more extensive, took a lot more time. We really enjoyed this method when we did it. Let me show you this one. Let me fix the camera. Okay, so I forgot really quick before I go over that one, save the best for last. This was another thing we did last year with my son Jackson. You know, I don't mind rewarding positive behavior. People go to work at jobs and they get paid. Last year, this was as simple as it was for my son Jackson. These were the subjects that he was to do every day, and then the ones highlighted in yellow, he only did a few days a week, and every time he completed the subject without whining or complaining, he got the check mark, and then at the end of the week, he was, you know, he felt great about going over and getting to put that check mark on by himself, because then at the end of the week, he got 10 cents for every mark that he had, and that was really awesome because then we were able to teach him money principles along with that. So that was one of the systems he used last year. The one that I was trying to describe where we had it on every single page was this one here. That saves space. Last year he was doing school 4 days a week. And so I had all 4 days right there with everything that he was to do in the day. I left myself space at the bottom. As you can see though, it does not look perfect. But I could write in, you know, if we were doing some sort of extracurricular, and that was a great way to keep track of everything for him. I had that on the clipboard, and he was able to mark his own progress for that. And then the board, oh man, this board helped so much. So basically what I did was time down the side, and I changed the colors on it so that way my son Jackson was learning to read time. So he was able to see what square we were in based on the time. And then for the girls, I would tell them the color. So, you know, I would be like, did you do everything on the yellow? The sun's up, it's yellow, that's morning, that's what we're doing. Make sure you do everything there. And this took a little bit more work, but they were so happy to wake up and start doing what they were supposed to be doing that it didn't matter. And my son Jack, we really had, I don't know, crafting is fun too. So not everything in my life looks as like, crazy colors and okay, so the way this beautiful chart works is that I went on Google and got little clip art pictures for free that my children could easily understand what it was for. Let's see, there's another one. That's good. And then I did not have a laminator at the time, so I used clear packing tape and did the entire sheet and then cut them up. Made sure I had what I needed for each child. For my son Jackson, I have different school subjects down here. And then it did take a little bit of work the night before to set it up, but they were so happy to be waking up and doing what they were supposed to be doing that it was well worth it. So I would store all the extra pieces over here. Each child has their own spot. And then the night before, I'd put everything in the time slots. Okay, so hopefully seeing all these different systems helped stir up your creativity and maybe gave you an idea of something new that you can try, or a new way to try the same system that you did in the past. And you have a new system you can use to keep going, to get out of that survival mode, which is okay if you're there, because that's what 90% of mom life is about. And then 10% of life is like, let's try and learn something or shower or do something productive. Keep going. You've got this. I love you guys so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to click that red button, and I will see you guys next week.
Thank you.